facet of L5, and this is the articulating facet of S1. So the pedicle again will be the same thing, a line drawn just outside this articulating facet, but here you don't have a transverse process, so you don't know where your horizontal line is going to be. Yeah, so the points you use are a little bit different. What I do is, you identify this joint, you dissect all around it, see the whole thing, see the joint till it becomes flat, the surface of the sacrum begins. Keep on dissecting the sacral surface till you see the edge of the S1 foramen. Can you see this? S1 foramen. So you'll be able to identify this whole top of the S1 foramen. So it'll be like a hemisphere. It'll be like a hemisphere, half a circle, because you'll expose this whole thing. It'll be like half a circle. So take the midpoint of this half circle and draw a line straight up till it reaches the base of this articulating facet. Okay? So the line drawn at the base of the facet and the vertical line is from the middle of the S1 foramen. Where these 2 points intersect, that is your entry point for the S1 pedicle. And you can never go wrong with this because you'll always find the S1 foramen. You can always see the facet of S1. So the horizontal line is below the S1 facet, the vertical line is at the middle of the S1 foramen. Where these 2 lines intersect, that's the entry point of your S1 pedicle. And remember, the S1 pedicle is very forgiving, it is very big, very wide. So you can't go wrong in the S1 pedicle. If you go wrong in the S1 pedicle, that means your imagination of the anatomy is not correct. The medial angulation has to be much more in the S1 pedicle because of this shape. You see the S1 is sloping like this. So you have to try and hit the bone here so that you get the maximum length of the screw inside. Do you see this oblique sloping nature of the S1? If you make it not angled to this point, your screw will come out somewhere here, and the length of the screw will be smaller. And the smaller the screw, the easier for it to pull out. So you must aim at the promontory. This is called the sacral promontory. Your screw should be angled to the middle of the sacral promontory. So your mediality has to be this much. It's here, and your starting point is here. Do you see that? It's almost 25 degrees. Sometimes even up to 30 degrees depending upon how the pelvis is shaped. So 25 to 30 degrees medially, and now the patient is lying like this. So the sacrum is kind of rising up above the L5. So you have to go downwards and medially. So that's the direction of your screw in the S1 for me, for my side, and from the other side it's got to be downwards, medial, and in the pedicle. So that's S1. There are other ways of identifying the